Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is the Erroneous One coming to you with a new Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key video. This is a bit late. I apologize. I just got home from a pretty brutal 11.5 hour work shift, so I'm a little wiped, but I'm looking forward to making this video all day long, so I am definitely going to do it real quick. This is going to be covering the post maintenance update. So it was a pretty big one, guys. I mean, it was pretty neat. So here are the details. Thinking this. So they added the new Nova system, which is the new burst system that was released in JP, I think a week ago. So that I find pretty interesting. It seems like in terms of mechanics of the game, almost like certain extra mechanics of the game, like this new Nova feature, we are getting it pretty quickly after the JP side gets it. So that's a curious point. I mean, it's not quite like an exact port of the JP version just yet. We do get different medals at different times. We do have a few medals that JP doesn't have that from what I understand about that anyway. Which is kind of interesting. And of course, our medals tend to be not quite as powerful as the JP ones. Now again, whether or not that changes because of the Jack and Sally debacle, and even because of this new burst Nova feature, I should probably get used to calling it Nova now, the new Nova feature, that may change. Maybe we'll start getting the medals as they're released in Japan, and we'll play the game up to a point kind of similar to that one. We'll find it in the future. Speaking of the future, they added new functions for future events. So what those are just yet, don't know, but I'm sure it'll make the update quicker and easier to utilize them. So I'm looking forward to that one as well. Of course, everybody's hoping for the Mickey and Brooms. But, you know, that'll happen probably, like I said, in December. UI adjustments. So now, while you're in the Metal Fusion screen, if you sort by special attack, the metal's equivalent to the base metal will now appear on top. So it's just essentially going to make it easier, I think, to search for metals that you are guilting up. So that's pretty cool. It adjusted the speed of the fast forward via tap feature in the results screen, which is nice. I do like that. It added the special attack bonus and no special attack bonus options to the filter feature, which is, again, pretty cool. Added the ability to sort by proud mode and standard quest and story quest. So that's going to be coming in January. That'll be a bigger feature in January, which is, again, that'd be nice to be able to go through those and not have to get confused going through all of them at once in one scrolling screen there. So that's pretty nice. And now when selecting a Keyblade for a quest, it will now display the animation of the Keyblade. So that's kind of cool, I guess. I mean, I'm not sure if it's going to be like the Mog Keyblade, because the Mog does have little animations, like little dancing lights around it, when you have it selected or not. I guess I'll have to find that out pretty quickly, real quick, in this video. So we'll be seeing that one pretty soon, too. The avatar board slot unlock animation has been sped up. So again, that's a small things that are just going to be kind of quicker. And it's improved the speed of the chat feature. Alright. Quest battle additions and adjustments. So, if you are on top of a warp point after battle, you will not warp immediately. So I guess that's gonna come into the future. I guess because I've been doing some of the story mode just sporadically throughout the day at work. And I did notice that when you're in the Corridor of Darkness, which is part of the story quest, there are some warp points there. So apparently, you will not warp immediately after a battle, which is interesting. They have capped the poison damage now at 40,000 because some of the higher level enemies, I guess, are going to be dealt more damage the way it was beforehand. So that's interesting. They capped that. Here's one that I'm kind of going like, ooh, that's interesting now. Enemies of a higher level will now have higher resistance to status ailment effects such as poison, paralysis, and sleep. I'm assuming they realized that like in the last high score challenge and such, that people were just wrecking the high score and going through it real quick with Sleep Plus added on. Or maybe even like Poison Plus. I'm pretty sure a conjunction of those two. So I guess they've taken steps to alleviate that up to a point, which I honestly think kind of sucks. I don't think there was need to have even more of a resistance to status elements for those higher level enemies. I understand a bit of it, and I guess I haven't seen how much it'll impact just yet, so I guess we'll find out going forward. But it does seem to kind of shaft some of the free-to-play and casual players, unfortunately, with that one. Because a lot of them may be using those status ailments to get past parts in like the Coliseum, for instance, or to get past bosses going on further in the story quest. So I'm not really a fan of that one, but I haven't seen how much of an increase resistance they actually have to it, so I can't really speak just yet in terms of how much that will actually impact players, in my opinion. Just flat out so far, I don't like quite that one, but there it is, unfortunately. It'll adjust how damage is calculated for special attacks that have a variable damage multiplier, and that's an example of like the ones that say the higher your HP, your damage could be 3.24%. If you have lower HP, I guess the lowest it could be like 1.9 something. That's an example of that. The damage multiplier values displayed for certain special attacks have also been modified. Please note that these adjustments are all improvements beneficial to players, so apparently this is going to be good for us. Haven't seen how just yet, but I guess we'll find out as we go into the game. The application icon has been upgraded. It addressed an issue wherein if the second chance skill is triggered by an enemy's preemptive attack, even if you take more than one turn to defeat the enemy, the game will still treat it as a one-turn triumph. So that's gone now. I know some people are using that, but that's gone. Other minor issues have been addressed. So, okay. That's, I guess, the meat of it in terms of the update. I'm hoping... I have noticed that the game is playing smoother. When I was going through and doing animations for special attacks, in particular for my tab, which was lagging the game sometimes, I have seen a improvement in terms of I have no more lag when I'm doing that. So that's pretty cool. They seem to have addressed that. So... I guess, again, we'll go on as we get into those, like, gummicopters. I'm curious to see if I see a gummicopter fleet, if my game will lag, because that was the main cause of lag for my game. So I'm curious to see if they fix that or not. Going forward to 5 million downloads and Mickey Mouse's birthday. So we are getting 0 AP for the week, which is pretty nifty. And we're also getting 3,000 jewels. Let's be... honest right here, I don't think that the jewels are for the birthday or for the downloads. I mean, kind of, sort of, maybe. I think this is mainly a conjunction of all three. So, like, maybe like 1,000 jewels for Mickey's birthday, 1,000 jewels for the 5 million downloads, and 1,000 jewels for the maintenance time. That's probably what it is, a combined conjunction. Irregardless, that does not matter. You now have a additional 3,000 jewels to go and do things with, which is pretty cool. So... just flat out, my recommendation in regards to that one, if you have not purchased the avatar boards, the new Mickey avatar boards, I highly suggest you go and get one of those if you're able to do so now. Those boards are really, really good. You get attack boost 3. You do get an attack boost 2 max on it as well. You get 2 10 cost SID, so that makes 2 medals reduced by 10, which is really good. And you get a plethora of Huey, Dewey, and Louie medals, some Chip and Dales. So those boards were way, way worth it. If you have already purchased those boards, then I honestly, if you might want to save the jewels for the next EMC coming up, or if you need some jewels for like the high score challenge for like the last few hours of it, then I would highly suggest you guys go and pull not from the skills to thrill deal, but from the score assistance deal. That deal, in my opinion, is one of the best deals they've ever released for this game. For 2 reasons. Number one, it only costs 1,500 jewels. Now, granted, you're only going to get 5 medals out of that. You're not going to get the full 10. So there's that spin-off to it, but the 5 jewels you get are guaranteed epics. You're not going to get tier 2 medals or any of that. You're going to get guaranteed epic medals that are tied into the high score challenge. So, as an example, if you guys needed any of those medals, if you guys needed, like, Anyform Sora, the new Mickey, the new Riku replica, and the new anything else that's in there, the premiums are there too. Not as high of a chance to pull them, unfortunately, I think, but they're there. But any of the other medals, this is a good time because you tend to get multiples of those medals. I was lucky enough to get 1,500 jewels after I did my main pulls for Illustrated Kairi. And I needed one more Riku replica and 2 more of the Mickeys to get the guilt. And I did 1 pull off the score assistance deal. And I got 2 Riku replicas. Sorry. I got the one Riku replica I needed, and for the reroll guild, and I got 2 of the Mickeys. So you have a good chance of getting multiples of the medals you need. That's the best deal, and you can pull twice from this one with the 3 dozen jewels there. So if you guys need anything from those medals from the high score challenge, or you get the guild, I recommend you guys go and do that, because again, it is one of the best deals they've ever released. The only downside to it is it's tied directly to the scores that give you boost for the high score challenge. So like me, for instance, I need a few more SP Roxas, SP Axel, and Illustrated Terra in particular. Those are the ones I'm really looking for right now in terms of my premiums. So if there was a chance that those were actually in this high score challenge, then I would have gone and spent the jewels on the score assistance deal for those. Again, because it's also nice because you're just getting epics too, that's spectacular to me. So there is that. All players who log in between November 18th, 4 a.m. and November 25th, 4 a.m. will receive a Timeless River Mickey medal. So they're kind of spamming out these Timeless River Mickeys. So it's kind of interesting. That's interesting too. A note regarding the end of the Monday half AP campaign. Since we have several 0 AP campaigns planned in the future, we will be ending the Monday half AP campaigns. That's what happens if you buy the VIP pack for $14.99. You get the 3,000 jewels and all the VIP quests unlocked. Generally, those VIP quests were all half AP. Not anymore. I'm not sure that's going to be a permanent thing or a temporary thing while they have the more 0 AP campaigns planned. That is exceedingly interesting to know. The way it's worded, it makes me think it's going to be a permanent thing where we're not going to see the half AP on Mondays anymore. So, it's curious. I did use those to get some things leveled up on Mondays, but I guess we'll see. Alright. So there's that one. Here's like the big feature that happened. Here's an introduction to the new Nova system. Nova is a brand new type of attack that deals massive damage, but you can use it only once per quest. So there's the icon on your right hand screen. There's a burst animation for it. It's a type of attack that can be used only once you have unlocked the special attack bonus of at least 1 medal. You can use a Nova attack only once per quest or raid boss battle, and you can activate it once in a quest or raid by pressing a button on the top right of the screen. By increasing your Nova level, you can increase how much damage it deals. Since you can only use a Nova attack once per quest, plan out when would be the best time to use it. So, essentially, as you get medals guilted, you're going to increase your Nova attack. If you get a medal guild at the max, it increases quite a bit more of your Nova attack for your medal. And it's going to combine, from what I gather, it combines all of your gilded medals. So you can level up your Nova attack in 2 different ways. Whenever you unlock a special attack bonus for the first time for a medal in your medal album, and whenever you max a special attack bonus for the first time for a medal. So that's the only 2 times it's going to happen. It won't happen when you just like use mirrors or anything to increase it, or if you reroll guilt and it's not maxed. Even if you unlock or max the special attack bonus from multiple copies of the same medal, your Nova attack will only level up for the first one you unlock or max. Boosted versions of medals are treated the same as non-boosted versions, so they do kind of limit you. They're not going to go, hey, if you have like multiple farmable medals and you got them guilted, it's only going to count for the first one you unlock or max, not for anything after that. So that is the way it is limiting, unfortunately. If you unlock the special attack bonus of 2 Illustrated Kairi medals, Nova will only level up once. So that's an example for it. If you have unlocked the special attack bonus of a boosted version of Illustrated Kairi and a non-boosted, it'll only level up once. Yeah, so whenever you get a new medal, be sure to unlock or max a special attack bonus as soon as possible in order to level up your Nova attack. Okay. If you've unlocked or maxed the special attack bonus of any of your medals prior to version 2.0, they will count towards your Nova level. If you have discarded any medals with the special attack bonus unlocked or maxed prior to the version 1.21 update, these medals will not be counted. Only the unlocked or maxed special attack bonus medals currently in your position will be counted. You can confirm which medals are contributing to your Nova attacks by viewing your medal album and checking the icon. For medals that are rarity 3-star or higher, if you combine 2 of the same medal of the same rarity, you can increase the power of a special attack. Each time you do this, a dot will be filled. So it's kind of giving you a rundown on how things are guilted. So that's pretty cool to know. It is. There are going to give you some limitations. I am going to come over here and I'm going to grab that 3,000 jewels. Ooh, no, I'll take my title. Thank you. And I'll take my 1,000 jewels. Thank you. I'll leave everything else here for the end of the month, like I usually do now. So that's kind of neat in terms of that one. I'm going to show you guys a quick demonstration of it, or at least where I'm at right now too. I'm doing a story mode, and I'll be coming to you guys pretty soon as well with a video about the final boss, for story boss, pretty soon. What's the question? Defeat enemies from the turn. That was 2, and okay. So this is kind of cool too. When they're saying to you, inflict 20,000 or more damage with 1 hit, it excludes the Nova ability. So Nova doesn't count in this regard. And Nova has already made an impact in the game. If you guys go look at your rankings in the high score challenge, you guys are probably going to notice that it is not what it used to be. You probably got taken down a bit. Because Nova is helping out high score quite a bit. So you guys still have a chance. There's still, I think, 5 hours left in this high score challenge. So you guys should go and use that Nova ability and see how much further you can get with it. Add it on, because it will help you in the high score for sure. Alright, so, wait, what were the requirements again? Defeat enemies. Okay. So right now my level for Nova is at 183, which I think is actually pretty respectable. So there's one requirement there. That's not bad at all so far, and I'm quite fond of that one. Looking forward to increasing the level, of course, as I progress in the game, so that's pretty cool. That was a real quick. So that's a warp point they're talking right there, so I guess you won't jump into it automatically once you end the battle, like they said. So tapping the Nova ability, it's a single target. Oh, it's AoE, never mind. And it does, I think, 34,000 damage. It does deal neutral damage, so that makes it incredibly useful. I mean, essentially, it's a free AoE neutral damage attack, which is always going to be welcome, I think, to many players going forward. So that one as the example. Oops. Oh, I should have used my other one. Okay, I'll go back into it in a second. I forgot to activate my guide to get that. Either way, that is it, guys. That's going to be the main feature of this particular video for you guys, just going over like the new updates and everything. I do like the new updates. It does seem pretty good so far. The Nova ability, I've had some people worried about how the Nova ability is going to put more of a gap between pay-to-play, casual, and free-to-play players. And unfortunately, yes, that is true. It is going to put more of a gap between players. Obviously, free-to-play and even some casuals aren't going to have the Nova level that I have already, considering I am a pay-to-play player. But it's still going to benefit you guys. I mean, you guys can get your farmables guilted and have them in your inventory just for now, and that will help you. It will give you more Nova gauge, and going forward, that's like a free extra attack. That's AoE. That's gonna be helpful to you guys. So no matter how you approach the game, free to play, casual, or pay to play, the Nova ability is going to help you. It will be beneficial going forward. So I do like the feature. It is a pretty cool feature. It also makes me wonder what kind of enemies are going to be popping up pretty soon that are going to require that, because I mean, that's an extra attack. It does quite a bit of damage, and it makes me wonder, like, wow, what kind of enemies are we going to be seeing pretty soon that's going to require that kind of an attack going through this as a free extra attack. So overall, I liked this update. It does give me it gives me some hope going for the future of the game in terms of how it's presented. New things are going to come out, new quests, new mechanics and everything. So I am actually looking forward to it. I liked it quite a bit. Either way, I think I rambled enough. You guys let me know down in the comments what you guys think of the new updates. If you guys agree with me, disagree, why. I'm curious to see what you guys' thoughts are on the new updates and the new Nova mechanic in particular. On that, you guys take care, and thanks for watching.